When you think of a photographer, you probably think of somebody like this, or maybe like this. Well, you might be surprised to see that being a photographer can also look something like this. So I'm actually a self-portrait photographer, and in this video you see me making a prop for this photo, which I recently finished. I actually very often make props or do weird things for my photo shoots. For example, I once poured a few liters of milk into my bathtub to create the super cool milk bath aesthetic. For another shoot, I once put the whole photo in the freezer, then took it back out and cracked it with a hammer because I wanted to make it appear as if I was under ice in the photo. Then there was the time I tried to create an artificial lake with fake water used in model making. I did this because I wanted it to look in the photo like I had cried out a whole lake of tears. Once I actually even hired a wind machine so I could make it look like there was a thunderstorm in my living room. Of course, you can also add these sort of effects in Photoshop. I do that sometimes too. For example, in this photo here, I added the butterfly after shooting the image. But anyways, back to the photo shoot, let me explain what I was actually trying to do. I had the idea for this photo shoot because recently I had a lot of injuries and it meant that I wasn't able to do a lot of things that I really liked doing, like drawing or even exercising. And I wanted to express that feeling of being trapped or stuck or stifled in a photo shoot. So my idea was to use these butterflies that symbolize for me freedom and make them stuck. Bit cruel, but it's art. So I started by going prop hunting and I went on Etsy and I found these beautiful black and white butterflies and I thought it would look pretty convincing in the photo. And then I had to create some kind of sticky liquid to trap the butterflies. And my first thought really was, let's make it look like oil. The stuff that you get out of the soil and you put in your car. So I entered phase 2, experimentation, and I tried to make some fake crude oil with different stuff. For example, milk powder, which I had read about on the internet. Then I tried it with sun cream, but that was too liquid. And finally, I figured out the perfect liquid was using the combination of black food coloring and facial cleanser milk. Next, I got into hair and makeup and started my photo shoot. Now for this photo shoot, unfortunately, I forgot to actually film myself doing the shoot, but that's fine. Instead, I just show you the gear I was using. So for the background, I used a seamless paper backdrop. It's like just over 1 meter wide. And then for the lighting, I used 2 of those super powerful strobe lights that I sync with my camera. And to make the light a bit more flattering, because I am over 40, I used this beauty dish on one side, which has a light diffusing material in front. And then on the other side, I used a Octagonal softbox, which is this one here. It's collapsible actually, so it's very handy. And then both lights were set up at an angle of about 45 degrees in front of my face. And then, as you can see here, I actually took a lot of photos. This one really took ages. And to be totally real and transparent, let me now show you my source file straight out of camera before I did any edits. And now let me put the actual edited file next to it so you can see the difference. And I quickly talk you through what I did. So I first added 1 more butterfly on the shoulder to balance it out. Then I did an overall skin retouch and I dropped my shoulder a little bit because I thought it looked a bit uptight in the original photo. I retouched the hair and I made my lips black. And I did an overall color grade. That's it for today. See you next time. And don't forget to subscribe.